YouTube. This is TerrenceRe. Got another video for you, market technicals, and we got a pretty live market going this morning. So far, we got the S&P futures up about 1.5%. We got the Nasdaq futures up about 2%. The Dow futures up about almost 1%, and then the Russell is relatively flat, like right now. So you got it up maybe about 0.5%. And so the Russell, which kind of led, I'm gonna pull up the IWM, which is the ETF of the Russell, and you can look and see that it kind of led the market on the way down, like it was kind of going down at I would say at a faster pace than the SPY and the Nasdaq. And what has happened is, in my opinion, just looking at the chart, it kind of bottomed out down here. And I think we might get a little bit of sideways action, which is why I put on an iron condor. So I have an iron condor on in the IWM, but the way I did it, because I'm not really, yeah, no one really knows, but I'm not, especially short term, it seems like the vol of, um, isn't coming out of your trade. So like if you do if you sell a strangle and meaning you don't have the wings, you didn't buy the wings, so your premium will come in a little faster. So when I do iron condors, I kind of want to do them and just let the time go by and collect money that way on basically time decay. So I put this trade on. I went out 74 days. You can see it right here. Um, if you look over here, and you can also see when I come to the position tab, you can see it's only been on 3 days, and currently you can see it's up small. So all I want to have this do is, now you say I put it on for 74 days. That doesn't mean I'm going to keep it on for 74 days. I'll probably keep this on maybe 30 days, right? And try to collect maybe $50 on it. So it's kind of like a way to do something like you want to set up. Almost you can set these up and kind of look at it as almost like a dividend collection where you collecting dividends for stocks that you own. So you can do like duration iron condors. I got certain parameters that I set it up by, and I'm just gonna leave it on. It's not susceptible to real directional risk, so because it's so far out, and that's one of the advantages of it. And all I want the market to do, if we go to the trade tab, probably be better to come to, ooh, excuse me. So it'd probably be easier for me to come here. Now we're looking at the analysis tab, right? So let's close this up and give me a little bit more room. So all I need right here, I want to see the market stay in between where I sold it. I don't know if something crawl up my nose or what. Excuse me. So right here, we looking, you can see as long as the market stays in this area that's green, and right here where this flag is, that's where the market currently is. So I just want to see it stay in between this area. And it can bounce around. So I got a wide range. We got 215 and about 163 down here on the bottom. And I just want to see the market bounce back and forth. And so as long as it does that, and then over time decay, and then I could just make money that way. So that's one thing that I wanted to talk about today. Once again, I call that kind of like just a long, kind of like a time spread. Not so much more. I don't care about direction. This is, you can trade the market and be neutral and not care whether it goes up or down. And with the IV rank up here at like 53, you can get the premiums are juicy. The market isn't really coming in because we got so much risk. So IV is pretty much staying elevated, which is really good for premium sellers. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about is Amazon. So as you all know, I think this is the first day that Amazon is trading after its 20-to-1 split. So right now, currently Amazon is around 128 bucks. It's up about 4% already on the day. Initially, when I looked at Amazon, I was trying to put a trade on this morning, but I couldn't get filled. And I'll show you guys what I was trying to do. I was trying to put on a call spread right here at 39 days. I wanted to put on something like a, come here, one in the money, one out. And I couldn't get filled. Now I'm looking at the volume. The volume is jumping right now. I guess when I was trying to do it early, I couldn't get filled on the trade. And so I said, well, if I'm not getting filled, but it wasn't, I see the volume here. The volume was not like this when it first opened up, but people are trading it now, which is really, really good. So now what you're going to start seeing at Amazon, you're going to see more option traders come in, because before, and I can show you in Google, because it's such a large product that you don't see tight bid-ask spreads in the options. And this is pretty tight. It's pretty good. You got 10-cent wide in here. So you want to trade options where, the bid ask is pretty tight. You want the markets to be tight and you want it to be liquid. You want to come over here and be able to see on the volume. We got thousands of contracts right here. So I probably could get filled right here, right now, if I wanted to, but I don't want to do it with it already up 4% on the day. I don't want to get long with it being 4% up. And you might say, well, it can keep going up. Yeah, it can. I'm almost certain we're gonna see some type of resistance right here. So you can see where the market came down, test this area here. We gotta test this area here, and then right here it gapped down. So I do not want to get long into. Let's take a look. Me personally, I wouldn't want to get long into this, right? If I draw this out, and we're gonna color in this gap. See, for me, and I probably, if I extended this all the way over, you can see it run over here. So that was support, 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 gap down, pull back and went back down and went down some more. And now we're getting up to it. And I expect it to be resistance. And it's getting to the top of a fib range that I have for Amazon. So I expect to see some type of resistance right here. So for me, I don't want to get long right here. I want to see a pullback and then see what we can do, right? So pretty much the market, I guarantee you, if I look at all of the FANG stocks, they're going to look similar on the chart. Let's take a look at the SPY, because the SPY I was looking at as well. Now, I actually have the SPY going a little higher, possibly. I do think that it can get a little higher. You hardly ever see me bullish, but I am a little bullish on the market right now, just technically speaking, intraday wise. I do think that once it gets up into this area somewhere, if it makes it that far, maybe right around in here, that we'll start to see a down move. So right now, but I'm not sure about that. So that's why I did the Iron Condor IWM. I'm going to start just doing some neutral trades for the short term, just to see, let the market kind of see what's going to happen with the Fed. Now, this is the month that the Fed is supposed to start actually QT, quantitative tightening, right? So they're gonna, I think they've already stopped purchasing bonds, if I'm not mistaken. You can Google QT, just Google quantitative tightening and Fed, and you'll see what they're going to start doing this month. So it actually starts this month. So we should start seeing they're gonna come out of the market, right? They're gonna ease their way out, and so while they're tightening, we're gonna see interest rates rising. So that's one of those things where they say, don't fight the Fed. You getting long would be fighting the Fed, right? So, but technically, when I'm looking at on charts, I'm seeing bullish movement. So you just gotta kind of, that's one of them things where I'm like, I'm really not sure, so why not just be market neutral, right? So this particular trade in IWM, if you look at my delta over here, you can see it's basically zero, like 0.31, right? This is the beta weighted delta. So this is like when you see this B next to the delta, or you hear someone say beta weighted, that means that all my trades are beta weighted to the spot. So like how it moves in relation to the spot. And the ETF delta is the actual delta of this particular trade. So it's basically it's flat, negative 0.38. So it's like a fraction like bearish. So it's basically flat. So these is neutral trades. So I just don't want any big moves. The market can go up a little bit, it can come down a little bit. And either way, that's fine for me. So that's something that you can do with an iron condor. Um, I do want to look at the bonds. Um, the TLT. Let's take a look at it. The TLT is on its butt. Now I actually own the TLT in my longer term portfolio account, and it's down. I was in it up here. Looked like it was gonna make a big move, but you got a gap. So this may not be a bad place to actually get long. You want to get long when the market's going down. That's what I like to do. So I'll be watching this to see if I can maybe sell a put spread in the TLT. I'm also long DraftKings. I'm long DraftKings in another portfolio. And you can see my target up here is around $18. And my stop is down here below 10, below 9. I think I got like $9.50 or something like that where I got to stop at. So we'll see what happens with DraftKings. Affirm. Let's look at the chart on Affirm. I got a target of Affirm. I got Affirm going up a little bit. And that's just, I come show you guys what I'm looking at. Basically these Fibonacci retracements are drawn in on the 1 hour. And it's basically I'm looking at these flags down here. Got an up move, pull back a flag, and then I got a gap up. And so that's when I look to try to get into these. But you can see it going sideways. Now, when it's going sideways like that, it's been going basically sideways since what? May 16th. And this is June 6th. So these are those days, that's where a neutral trade comes in. Or selling premium. If you sold puts here, or you sold a put spread, or you sold like a string or an iron condor, you're probably making money because you're just letting it decay because it ain't really moving a whole lot. Now, if you're buying, then you could be trading this with shares, like getting in at a certain point. You just got to know when you want to take your trade off and know when you're wrong. Make sure if you're going to day trade or something like that, have a place to enter, have a price target, and then have a place where you're going to get out. But I will be watching Amazon. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm probably going to put something on in here. I know I am. I just don't know when I'm going to put it on. I would like to see. Now I'm going to go back to the hourly and look at Amazon on the hourly. Let's see. Right here. So more than likely, if we look up here, you'll see the RSI say 69.8. So it's getting to, once it hits 70, this is going to light up and turn red. That lets me know that technically speaking, intraday wise, it'll be overbought. So for me, I may want to come in right here. I got resistance right here. I may look to put on a bearish position. So that may be something that I'm looking at doing as the day goes forward. I want to see, and we got a little gap right here. So it may come down and try to fill this gap, may bounce down in here. So I may look to put on something in the near term to try to get short, right? I want to see it hit that 130 mark, and then I'm gonna watch it and then see what we can get. And so, guys, with that, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I always try to come up and give you something tradable, give you some, some technical analysis of something that you might be able to get involved in, show you some examples of some trades, share the video. And with that, guys, I'm out. Peace.